Let's talk about the time that my client tried to bribe me into giving her my highest priced package. Let's name her Dorothy. So Dorothy emails me, right? She inquires, and I'm sitting here like, okay, cool, another inquiry, let's chat. Everything seemed normal until we get to the part about payments and that process and pricing and all of that stuff. So I sent her the link with all of the information that has all the pricing, the product guide, all that good stuff. We tell you, please review it in depth and then let us know when you're ready. And once you're ready, you can decide on which experience you want. You don't need to know what products you want until you're in here for your image reveal. A lot of people change their minds when they think they may want something specific, and then they come in and they see their photos and they're like, okay, maybe I want everything, or maybe I want these couple things, or whatever the case may be. Anyway, that's what we were talking about. So she comes back and she says, I want the goddess experience, which is our second experience. So it's the boudoir experience, the goddess experience, the luxury experience, the ultimate experience. She wanted the goddess experience. And then she told me, okay, so I'm looking at your elite package for my products, and I definitely want that one. Now, granted, this isn't normal where a client will tell me like, oh, I really want this package. This is what I'm looking at. Because a lot of the time they don't know exactly what they want yet. They have like maybe an idea, but that's something that they don't really say until their image reveal. So I was like, okay, cool. And I said, don't worry though, you don't need to decide like full force what you want yet for your products, but that's a really good start just to kind of narrow it down and kind of get an idea of what you were hoping for. Keep in mind, the elite package is our like top package. So if like, meaning it is the most expensive and it comes with the most things. So she gets everything set, signed, and filled out. And then she sends her credit card form in, which means she is locked in. She is officially booked. So then her shoot comes and goes. She does the shoot. She's wonderful. Dorothy's shoot was amazing. Again, like always, all the shoots are always amazing. And she comes back in for her image reveal a few days after that. She proceeds to tell me, okay, yes, I still want the elite package. I absolutely want that one. That's the one. Let's do it. So she pulls out half of the amount that is due because she wants to pay in full. She doesn't have to, but that's what she wanted to do. And so she only brings half. And then it was really strange. She gave me like this weird, like, you know, like a look that someone gives you, but you don't really know them very like enough to like know what they're saying, but you know that something's off, like something's going on. So she gives me that look and I'm like, something's about to go down. So then she turns around. Okay, so she's on the couch and she's facing away from me. So she turns around and she looks at me from over the couch and is like, and she's like doing this on the couch. She's like, so I have like a box that I brought today with me. And I'm like, okay, where are we going with this? And she goes, so I definitely don't have the rest of the money to pay for the package in full. And I think that this would be an even better deal. So take a look into the box. And I'm like, what? I'm so confused. So I take a peek inside of this box, all right? And it's like a bunch of like jewelry, like just like a bunch of jewelry. And she goes, so maybe we could just do like a nice little trade and then like, you know, the end, done. And then we can just like call it even. What? Like, okay, hold up. You are telling me that you brought me a box of unknown jewelry to bribe me into letting you only pay for half of your products that you want. I didn't know what to say right at first. I was just kind of like, this has to be a joke. Like, you're actually joking, right? And so like I kind of waited for the punchline, but then when I realized she was like completely serious, I was like, okay, we must address this. And I told her, okay, I can completely appreciate the thought that went behind this and like the attempt. However, we only take cash or credit card, and that is the only forms of payment that we take. She got nasty. Like, she got pissed. She's like, well, they're perfectly like well for it. Like they're expensive pieces of jewelry. And I'm like, ma'am, I have no idea what you're trying to pull here. But I don't know, and I can't verify that that is true. Plus, I'm not going to sit here and appraise your jewelry and then make sure that it's the same pricing as what you owe. I'm not going to do that. It just is not worth my time. But also, like, just sell them yourself. You should have just sold them yourself and then gotten the money for it and paid like a normal person. So, like, that was where I was like, my red flags were going like crazy. And then she said something even more wild. She said, well, since I'm a hairdresser, how about this? I'll take my box of jewelry back and I will give you 75% off haircuts for a year. And I'm like, first of all, that doesn't even close to add up. That doesn't even close to add up to what you will owe. Like, what? We're not, and I never once said anything about trading. Like, what? Are you trying to bribe me into giving you this shit? Like, what? I eventually told her, here's your options. You have two options. You can either pay the remainder or go on like a payment plan for the remainder if you want, if you can't like afford it all at once because you don't have the cash, or you can downgrade your product order to something that you brought the money for. Take your pick. She was not thrilled that I did not take the bait. She finally was like, well, I'll just go on a payment plan. I can't believe you wouldn't even accept that. And like, she basically, in so many words, called me, like she said I was stuck up or something. And I was like, no, I'm just running a business and I'm sorry, but your jewelry nor your haircuts are going to pay for everything that I have to pay for to run this business and to put food on my table. So sorry, but not sorry.